everyone. I apologize that there's a long lag here. The new setup for live video for Facebook is very complicated anymore because, like yesterday, when I did the live, it showed I only had like 3 comments, but once I got out of it, I saw that there was 30. But so it's not posting the comments where I can see them. So I apologize if I did not respond to you because I didn't see there was a response for me to respond to. So, so first, let me say thank you again for tuning in, and thank you so much for following me and supporting me in this. And I'm responding to some questions here on my phone, so I'm gonna do what I can. If I don't see it here, oh, there we go. Hey, Minnie, see you. Yay! I'm seeing comments. So, I know I keep doing that thing, and I apologize for those of you who follow me and it bothers you. The nuns in Catholic school, they hated it too. So it's just a habit I have that I've never been able to get rid of. So I will do my best to get rid of the ums or minimize them. So again, this is Rebecca with Red True Crime. Thank you again for tuning in, and we are going to continue more with the Marissa Carmichael case. So, the longer this goes on, the longer more questions are going to be asked. And I have had it on good authority from someone close to the family that Sarah's wishing people would just drop this. And my thing is, why would you want anyone to drop your daughter's missing person case? Because that begs way more questions right there. And the one question I have is, do you know what actually happened to Marissa? Because if you're asking people to drop this, that means you have some type of finality or conclusion that you either have come to terms with or you know. So my question is, Sarah, what do you know? Because we all would love to know what you know. So, how can I put this? So many things. You know, Marissa's been gone 6 months. We're getting on 7. And so many things just get put out there. Like the narrative that she's being held against her will or trafficked. Police have already said, we don't think that's happening. Newest one, I heard, that Smoke has the kids. Now, we all know Smoke does not have the children. The children are still in foster care. And he still has a pending child abuse case. That doesn't go to court until September. So I do know they are not going to give those kids back to him until that has been resolved. And I'm sorry, with his history of threatening people and domestic violence and drugs, I don't see that happening either. But, when have courts ever made sense? I don't know. The big thing I want to talk about tonight, well, actually, one big thing and one even bigger thing. Because when I reveal what the big thing is, I'm going to go into the bigger thing. So, the big thing, and you guys already know this because I reported on this, with Emma, Marissa's younger sister, being pregnant, there was questions. And I had heard some stories about who the baby daddy is. And I was like, okay, but I have no proof of any of this, of what I've been hearing about him. So I finally found out who this guy is and why this relationship is so disturbing. So the guy in question, let me make sure I say his name correctly because I don't want to say the wrong names. I've done that before and, get in trouble with that. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. Give me one moment. I apologize. I know it's crazy. Let's see. Here he is. Yeah, this guy. Aaron Scott Aldridge. What a winner. Oh, thank you, Minnie, for clarifying that. So Minnie just put in the comments here, No, he does not. Last week, the kids were with the foster parents getting haircuts. My daughter was live with someone. There, they looked fine and well taken care of. Well, that's good to know. But let's get back to Emma's baby daddy. This guy's name is Aaron Scott Aldridge. Now, here's my issue with Mr. Aldridge. He has been convicted of a felony. Hi Deborah, by the way. Hey all. Which, I'm not one to judge somebody's criminal history. I'm really not. My husband had one, and but this is something you can't just ignore and you can't excuse. So he was convicted of having indecent liberties with a child. Yes, I'm going to repeat that again. Indecent liberties with a child. Yes. And when you look further into the case, the child was 8 years old. 8 years old. Furthermore, at the time when he was convicted of this, he was 30 years old. This was in 2019, which he's approximately 35 now. So let's do some math here. And Emma is how old? She had just turned 18 when Marissa went missing. And from what I understand, they have been together for more than a year, maybe closer to 2, which means he was dating a minor. Yes, Bryn, I would like to put him on the short list, because here's my thing. When Marissa wasn't even missing, she was in that house. Her children were in that house. And this piece of garbage was also in that house around those children. And on his release, he has 10 years to keep reporting his addresses, because he has to report where the heck he is. And one thing is, he is not to have any contact with any children. So why on the earth are you, one, letting your daughter date a man who's like darn near double her age? And two, why are you letting a man with this kind of history around your grandchildren? Come on, Sarah. I would love to hear an answer on that. Because I'm sorry, anybody who fantasizes or molests or has sex or anything with a child is, in my opinion, not rehabable. Okay? These are people who have an urge. These are people who have a desire. And these are people who, have, in my opinion, do not deserve to be around other people. So this dude lives right up the street, and you're like, oh, let him just impregnate my child. I don't understand that at all. And the fact of the matter is, somebody should report him to whatever governing body. I might do it my damn self, because he has obviously been in violation of his release, having been around children and having impregnated a child, basically. I mean, granted, she's an adult when she became pregnant, but yeah. Very upsetting. Very, very upsetting. So there's that. Then we've got the fact that Sarah's been very supportive of Smoke, who has got domestic violence and whatnot against Marissa specifically. She's supporting that. Oh, he's gonna get the kids. Why would you want him to get the kids? Sarah, you have failed both your children here. Okay? This is one thing a parent is completely responsible for, and it's how your children deal with other people and the people they choose to be around them. And the fact of the matter is, you let Marissa date Smoke's old ass when she was like 16, 17 years old, and this man was in his goddamn 30s. What is wrong with you? Seriously, what is wrong with you? And the fact of the matter is, you now are letting your other child do the same damn thing and be impregnated by this man who is a convicted sex offender? Really? Here's what ticks me off even more is I looked at his record. He did 3 months for what he did. 3 months. People with marijuana convictions do more time than what this dude did. So I would love to know why that even happened. And, so like I said, I do believe somebody needs to notify somebody about this guy, you know? And Sarah, I'm sorry. You're wanting people to drop your daughter's case. You are going out of your way to shut down people from trying to find her. You're supporting all the wrong people. You're putting out there the sex trafficking thing, which is not even a possibility. And then your buddy with Samantha Brianna, who's trailing people and following them, and she's dating one of the Crown Vic boys. What's up with that? This chick called me on Messenger the day you all were in Trinity looking for Marissa, and demanded to know what kind of car I was driving to make sure I wasn't following people around. I informed her I was at home. I did not go to the search. She does not know what my car looks like. So I'm sorry. She's dating a Crown Vic boy. She's got, charges, convicted charges for prostitution and drugs. Why is everyone in Marissa's life, I shouldn't say everyone, okay, I don't want to get canceled here, but why are so many people that Marissa associated with prostitutes? Or pimps? Or drug runners? Or pedophiles, I guess. What is up with that? Why did she think this was ever a good place to go to be friends with people? So, Stacey, to answer your question, what's a Crown Vic boy? Crown Vic's another, basically, gang. They're a street gang. And all of them drive Crown Vics. And guess whose boyfriend was driving the white Crown Vic that's been spotted all around this damn case? Samantha Brianna's. Also, same dude is also the one who threw the 2 to 6 party after the 117 sofa bar. He was the host. This guy. I have a picture. I'll post it in the YouTube video. But yeah, this guy. This guy is the one who threw the party. This guy is also the one been driving around the white Crown Vic that's been spotted around following different aspects of this case. That guy. And Samantha Brianna, who's also responsible for bringing AJ Always Something onto this case and harassing the hell out of me. With her supposed dark shadow connections. AJ Always Something. Yeah, she says a lot of that stuff. Anyway, so I'm probably going to get canceled or threatened or whatever over this the whole thing. And my thing is this. You can threaten me. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. It is what it is. And you all, meaning people involved in Marissa's life, the people who she was friends with, the people she was related to, the people that were supposed to have her back, you all have to look at yourselves in the mirror every goddamn day and be okay with the fact that you failed her. All of you did. Naja, you left her behind. Sarah, you got her involved in the damn life. Mo, you didn't make sure she got home okay. Sean, you dropped her off out of, on the side of the road. And Jersey, you left her at the damn gas station. And Smoke, you fucking met her. That's where you failed her. You met her. And you changed her life, and not for the good. Because I am just so sick and tired of this nonsense with this whole case. People getting threatened, people getting yelled at, people getting doxxed. When's it going to stop? Seriously, when's it going to stop? Jay Daniels is popped up around here on this thing. And this is one reason why I brought up Samantha Brianna, because she literally was trailing him. She was taking pictures of his car saying, hey, I see you, that kind of crap. Why would you harass somebody who's trying to help, I guess? I don't know. I'm Jay Daniels is somebody, I have questions about him. And I will say this. Yes, he was a New York NYPD detective. There's no doubt about that. But he does not have any type of authority to arrest anybody down here. Just so you all know. He looks like he wants to help, but I don't know how he's helping, to be perfectly honest. And that's the other thing. Yeah, Sarah apparently said that the FBI were involved. They're not involved. They've never been involved. I heard that from Denny myself. Only way they could get involved is if Denny called him, and he ain't calling him. So there was that. Oh, my God. What else? I had so many things sent to me today. But the big one is the pedophile in the house. I pray to God he didn't get near any one of Marissa's kids. And that's the other thing I find weird, that Smoke knew this guy. I'm sure Smoke knew this guy's background. And he was okay with him being in the house around his kids? I don't know. I think that's a little weird. You know, the whole thing is weird. I mean, why are so many people not being talked about? Why are so many people covering for somebody else? I mean, I know Sarah's covering for somebody. Naja's hiding, and I know Naja knows what the hell happened. And we still have that mysterious sighting of this ice chest, that Smoke was trying to dispose of. The people who reported on that and gave us the info on that, we have not seen them. They have completely ghosted. They have disappeared. So, why is this happening? Why are people so afraid? Who is it you're afraid of? That's what I'd like to know. Is it Smoke, or is it somebody else? I mean, or is Smoke just a cover for somebody else? How far does this go up the ladder? Who is all truly involved? Is Jersey and Sean and Mo and Smoke all in cahoots together? Do they all run together? I mean, the only common factor there is Marissa. So, these are the questions I have. These are the questions a lot of people should have. But at the end of the day, Sarah, why protect Smoke? At the end of the day, Sarah, why protect this guy that you let sleep with your daughter and impregnate her? Why? This Aaron Aldridge dude. Or Scott Aaron, I don't know, whatever his name, Aaron, I think his name's Aaron. My point is, why? No way on earth I'd let a pedophile near my kids, knowingly. And I had heard that they said, oh, well, it happened a long time ago. People need to let go of stuff. No, you don't let go of anything like that. Never. You never let go of anything like that. Because somebody who is able to victimize a child like that, you never trust, you never go around, none of that ever again. Ever. So, my thing is this. I think Sarah needs to be questioned, interrogated. I think Emma needs to be questioned and interrogated by the police. And I think Smoke needs to be run at again. And Naja. And I'll tell you right now, Naja knows something. I have felt that from the first time that girl and I had a conversation. Naja knows something. And it seems like she has something in common with Emma. They both like pedophiles. So, So that is what I have for tonight, y'all. Because this is getting ridiculous. People keep coming at me. They keep saying crap. That's fine. Keep coming at me. Keep saying crap. I'm going to keep doing what I do. Because at the end of the day, Marissa needs to be found and her name needs to be kept out there. And every news story I get sent by somebody else tells me the same crap that's been said 9,000 times over the last 6 months. She's a mom of 5. She's 25. She's from High Point, and she went missing on January 14th. And the family thinks she's being human trafficked. That narrative is really, really old, and it just needs to stop. Okay? So, yeah, it's crazy. The whole thing is freaking crazy. But I hope she gets found soon. That's a good question, Deborah. I mean, I want the cops to show cause as to why they're not interviewing key players. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, the police do not have to tell us really anything. They really don't. But all they keep saying is, oh, we have no new leads. Like that thing that came out on Sunday about her. Oh, the family's worried. In 6 months, there's been no activity. I wonder why. Is it because the police aren't doing anything to look for her? Or are they just kind of like, Nigerians? Actually, somebody who follows this actually made the joke. She said, if you ever start a store, for the channel, I should do a t-shirt about it's the Nigerians, but I don't know. I think that might come across a little too offensive. And I don't think the joke would land as well, because unless you are familiar with the Marissa Carmichael case, and you've heard me go on about how the police say her Facebook account's been hacked by Nigerians, you may not get that joke. So, anyway, but I did kind of chuckle at that a little bit. Please don't cancel me, because I'm not anti-Nigerians. I'm just saying all the hackers in the world are not Nigerian. And I can say that that recording that I played in the video yesterday Those people did not sound African at all. They sounded very American. So I don't think the Nigerians did it this time. So it's been a long day. I'm tired. My phone keeps blowing up. So everybody, have a great night. Be weird, be rude, be safe, as I always say. Yes, Deborah, I agree. They are employed by us, the people. They should be held accountable for lack of pursuing this case. Well, we have to prove that. And when I called the Department of Justice to file a complaint about that, they said I had to go through the mayor or I had to go through the city council or something like that. It was like they just weren't going to do anything. Let's see, Stacy. How many times is her Facebook account going to be hacked? Very good question. She only has like 8 Facebook pages, so who knows which one they're using at the moment. No, Attorney General wouldn't be involved in this. They said a police commissioner. It's somebody whoever is over the police for this area is who I would have to go to. That's what they had said. So, but I thought about reaching out to state congressman or whatever and say, "Hey, what's going on with this?" Because too many people have gone missing in this area, and too many of them are women, and too many of them live a high risk lifestyle. And I'm not saying just sex work. I mean, they could just be party people, like to go out. I mean, that's a high risk lifestyle. Um, if you like to drink, that could put you in a high risk lifestyle. Or oh God, what else is there? I mean, sex work, party time, if you do drugs, anything like that, anything that could minimize your awareness of what's going on around you, puts you in a high risk category. If you choose to go off with somebody that you barely know, that's high risk. You run the risk of not coming back. So these are all the things that could happen. So yeah. So I'm gonna try and this again. And actually, any questions before I try to sign off? Yeah, Tara, unfortunately, I agree with you. I think the case will end up being a cold case, unfortunately. I mean, the psychics that have, imparted wisdom on the group saying, oh, she's gone, but she'll be found in the month of June. Well, we're now almost August. She's not been found. So I even bought a deck of tarot cards to see if I could divine something. But, it is what it is. But let me say this. I just would love for this to be over. Closure for the family. Alive, not alive, I don't know. But I would love some closure for this, especially for the kids. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones with all the questions. Where's mommy? What happened to mommy? Did daddy kill mommy? These kind of things. And that's who I really do it for, is for the kids. I mean, I do it for Marissa too, but I do it for the kids. They're the ones you got to look out for. But I'm glad to hear that someone has put eyes on them, and they're with the foster parents, and they're doing so well. I'm glad to see that. Glad to hear that, because those kids have been through enough, even before they got removed from the home. So God only knows what all they've been exposed to, and I had to take some culpability in that with my own kids. My husband and I did not have a good marriage. It was very abusive on his end. And the kids didn't know for a very, very long time what was happening. But by the time they found out, it was, I didn't leave. So any of the trauma that I experienced, they experienced also. And that's something I had to take responsibility for. Not doing better. I failed my kids in that regard. I really did. And I have to own up to that, and I have to accept that. So, that's been on my mind here more because Sunday was the 2-year anniversary of my husband's passing. And, yeah, I know, he was abusive, he was a jackass, he was all these things, but I still love the guy. I didn't want him dead. I just wanted him helped. but that wasn't possible. So yeah, he's been on my mind. So if any of you who follow me on Facebook see me post things about him, don't get it twisted. You know, he was not a great person. But there are things he did that were great. Singing was one of them. And he gave me kids. Kids I still have to deal with. Begrudgingly. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to close it now and try to get some sleep. But you all have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Go to my YouTube channel, Red True Crime. I have a Facebook page. I have the YouTube channel. I have TikTok. I have all kinds of stuff. Share, like, subscribe, comment, criticize, threaten. Well, I'd rather you not threaten. Please. You know, that's getting old. But, you know, I am here, and you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me. Let me know if you hear anything. You know, keep your ears to the ground, keep your eyes open. You never know what you may see or may hear that might prove valuable. And my final words: be weird, be rude, be safe. Have a great night. Rebecca with Retro Crime out. Bye.